Beneath the dry savanna soil, a colony has spent years digging, expanding, and defending a home that stretches farther than anything visible from the surface. Above ground, everything looks calm. Below it, that calm is about to be tested. Ground squirrels live in extensive burrow systems, often expanded and maintained across generations, with multiple entrances, escape tunnels, and dedicated chambers for young. This colony's burrow has been active for years, a sprawling network beneath the dry earth, home to several adults and a litter of young pups too small to fend for themselves. Burrows like this one offer protection from heat from most predators and a safe place to raise the next generation. The tunnels branch in several directions, some leading to shallow feeding chambers near the surface, others dropping deeper to nesting areas where the pups stay while the adults forage above ground. That safety, though, depends entirely on one thing: the colony's ability to defend every entrance, every time, without exception. A single unguarded tunnel is all it takes for something to get in. This morning, most of the adults are out foraging in the grass a short distance from the main entrance, keeping half an eye on the burrow the way they always do. A couple of pups have ventured just far enough to sun themselves near the closest tunnel mouth, still within easy reach of shelter if anything goes wrong. It's routine. It won't stay that way for long. A large monitor lizard moves across the open ground nearby, tongue flicking rapidly, tasting the air for anything worth investigating. Monitor lizards are powerful, opportunistic hunters, and they're well known for raiding burrows, not just for the adults inside, but for eggs, young, and anything too slow or too small to escape in time. A ground squirrel colony, especially one with pups sheltered underground, is exactly the kind of target that makes the risk worth taking. The reward is significant, and monitors are strong enough diggers and fast enough movers over short distances to make the attempt. The monitor picks up a scent trail near a patch of disturbed earth, squirrel activity fresh enough to follow. Its movement changes almost immediately, from an unhurried search into something more deliberate. It's no longer wandering, it's tracking head low, moving in a straight line toward the mound of loose soil marking the main burrow entrance. A squirrel foraging near the entrance spots the monitor first, a shift in the grass, a shape too large and too deliberate to be anything else. It freezes for half a second, then gives a sharp, high-pitched alarm call, the kind that carries fast and unmistakably across the whole colony. Ground squirrels rely heavily on these calls. A threat to one entrance is a threat to every animal connected to that tunnel system, and the response is immediate. Within seconds, adults are emerging from multiple openings at once, some breaking toward the monitor's position, others staying close to the entrances nearest the deeper chambers where the pups are sheltered. The monitor doesn't stop advancing. If anything, the sudden burst of movement and noise confirms exactly what it already suspected. There's a colony here, and it's active. A burrow full of squirrels is worth pushing for, and the monitor is already too committed to the approach to consider backing off now. It reaches the mound of loose earth at the main entrance and begins digging, powerful claws tearing into the soil, trying to widen the opening before the squirrels can organize a real defense. The first squirrel doesn't wait for the monitor to finish digging. It darts in low and fast, biting down hard on the base of the monitor's tail before scrambling back out of range. The monitor's head snaps around, jaws closing on empty air as the squirrel disappears into a side tunnel just ahead of the strike. The monitor hisses, a low warning sound, and lashes its tail across the ground in a wide arc. Trying to clear space around itself. It works briefly. The nearest squirrels pull back a few feet, watching, waiting for the next gap. But a colony defending pups doesn't need long gaps. It needs enough of them spread across enough seconds, and there will be plenty more before this is over. What follows is fast, disorganized, and constantly shifting, with no clear pattern for the monitor to latch onto. It lunges toward the nearest squirrel and misses by inches as the animal dives sideways into loose dirt at the last possible moment. It pivots immediately toward a second squirrel closing in from the opposite direction. Jaws snapping shut just behind the animal's tail as it vanishes into a burrow entrance a half-second too soon. The monitor turns on that entrance directly, digging fast and hard, throwing loose soil out behind it in an effort to reach whatever just bit it. For a few seconds, this looks like it might actually work. The tunnel mouth widens, dirt caving away under its claws. Every attempt to push toward an entrance costs the monitor time, and every missed strike leaves it exposed for the next attack. Ground squirrels are far more agile in short bursts than a monitor lizard navigating uneven, tunnel-pocked ground. And that speed advantage keeps compounding the longer this drags on. The monitor takes another bite to the leg, then a fast nip near its jaw as it turns to face a squirrel on the opposite side entirely. None of these individual bites are severe, but they add up quickly, and worse, after everything, the monitor still hasn't gained real access to a single tunnel. What should have been a straightforward raid has turned into a losing exchange, with the colony's coordination costing it far more than any single squirrel ever could alone. The monitor pulls back, breathing hard, scanning the churned-up ground around it. Every entrance it can see has at least one squirrel nearby, watching, ready to move. There's nowhere left to push that isn't already being defended. The monitor breaks off, backing away in short defensive bursts. Still snapping at the air behind it as squirrels continue harassing from a distance. Darting close enough to nip before falling back out of range. Once it clears the immediate area around the burrow, the squirrels stop pursuing. Chasing further would mean leaving the safety of the tunnels behind for no real benefit, and the colony has already accomplished what it needed to. The monitor moves off across the open ground, favoring one leg slightly, disappearing into the tall grass without looking back. The colony regroups at the entrances almost immediately. Sentries take up their positions again, scanning the grass in every direction. While the rest of the adults filter back underground to check on the pups sheltered deep in the tunnel system. The burrow holds, not because any one squirrel won a fight, but because the colony, together, made losing not worth the cost. Tomorrow, the same monitor or another like it may try again somewhere else along the colony's edge. For now, the tunnels are quiet and the pups are safe below ground.